So, should be live by now. All right, and we are live. So, warm welcome, greetings, everyone from Let Us Talk It team. Thank you so much for joining us again for this new session of Let Us Talk It webinars, which happens every Wednesday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we wanted to share with you two new speakers right now and two new wonderful topics that we'll be discussing along with esteemed guest speakers. So they have made their valuable time to share free knowledge to everyone, as this is the initiative is about uh, giving back to the community through free knowledge sharing, as we believe that knowledge should be free and accompanied by a priceless experience of these professionals that we have. So the value will be much greater. So this initiative is initiated by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions, an IT company based in Detroit, Michigan, who wishes to give back to the community. So I am Phil. I'll be hosting this webinar, and I will introduce to you the guest speakers that we will have thereon. All right. So to start off, the first topic that we have is holistic business plan for womenpreneurs, and this will be discussed by our guest speaker Vidula Kamath, who is a founder of Ultra Women Entrepreneurs community. And the topic is about how to make a holistic business plan for women entrepreneurs in sync with people, planet, and profit. So, aside from being founder of the Ultra Women Entrepreneurs community, which has over 1 lakh women, so that's LAKH. So I may have mispronounced that one. Since 2015, and also a life coach, mindfulness coach, and neuro linguistic programming practitioner, and very passionate to help women around the globe to create a growth-oriented and balanced mindset that support individuals achieve their personal goals using NLP technique. So for those who are starting out there or currently in the journey of being an entrepreneur as a woman, this is a good addition to the videos that you watch. So without further ado, here we present to you Vidula Kamath for the first topic, holistic business plan for womenpreneurs.
Thank you so much, Phil. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some valuable insights. I would like to share my screen now. This is visible to everyone.
Yes, yes, but your audio is a little cracking a little bit. Yeah,
I hope this is
yeah, it's coming in and out, just a little
okay.
though.
So, a little brief about me. I'm a postgraduate diploma. I've done my postgraduate diploma in management from Wellington Institute. I'm a life coach, NLP practitioner. I have worked with esteemed organizations like Bank of America and UBS Securities. I'm the founder of Ultra Women Entrepreneurs Community. It's a Facebook-based platform which was launched in 2015 to support women who aspire to start business from home. Currently, we are a community of more than 100K members and growing. Women within our community are actively selling their products and services and participate in various events like exhibitions and networking meetups. So here's an introduction to what exactly is people, planet, and profit. It's also called the triple bottom line. Now, in 1994, uh, John Ellington, the famed British management consultant and sustainability guru, coined the phrase triple bottom line as his way of measuring performance in corporate America. Now, previously, if you see, the companies were more focused on the profits of the company instead of also considering the different aspects like people and planet as well. So here's a picture of the sustainability model which John has created, and it So these are the three pillars of sustainability, you can say, where all the three connectors. Sustainability is the connector of any enterprise bottom line initiative. So to sustain a business model, it is very important not just to focus on the profit, but also on the people and the planet aspect of a business. So why is it important? Okay, so talking about the total number of women entrepreneurs that are now part of the global economy. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, which is GEM, there are 126 million women starting or running businesses, and one minute. Yeah. And 98 million are operating established businesses. This means that women make up to about 37% of the world's total entrepreneurs. So this has become more and more important for women as well to understand the value of people and planet along with the profit model. So since these women are operating from home, there is a very little to no awareness of thinking about the people and profit as well. Uh, After John introduced this model, many companies and organizations have become socially responsible uh, uh, in terms of growth of their company and not just focusing on the profit, but also thinking about how it gives an impact on people as well as the environment. So, talking about people, let's talk about the empowerment part. Now, supporting women in business fosters diversity, we all know it, and inclusivity, contributing to overall success of the economy. So, since we belong to the either to baby boomers or the Gen X, generation where we didn't have that much of opportunity to get into businesses, get the awareness of what exactly is happening in the world, and gain skills to run our businesses. But now the scenario is different. We know that women are more passionate about getting into businesses, and even their families are supporting them by taking care of their little ones and encouraging them more and more. So the second part is the sustainable innovation. So women entrepreneurs often bring unique perspectives to environmental and social challenges, driving positive change. So, if you take me personally, I have worked for a few years and then I was on sabbatical. And during that moment, I realized that when we are taking care of our little ones and are investing our time in nurturing them and making them good human beings, uh, the gap sort of gives lowers our confidence and gives us a feeling that we are not really doing or gaining that sense of satisfaction in terms of career growth. So getting women into businesses or entrepreneurship actually not just empowers them, but also gives them the confidence which they had lost before uh, having children. So handling children is also a kind of a big management part. It's not that easy. We all know it. We mothers face a lot of challenges in terms of managing uh, children as well as the entire household chores. So this kind of gives us the a leverage of understanding uh, to manage or the time management or the home management also helps to give us a perspective that we can actually learn something more and do something outside the box, and we can move out of our the daily chores or the routine work and do something for the society as well. So I'll give you an example of Sati sanitary pads. Now, this was innovated and especially made up of banana fiber. So just imagine, this is not just good for the women's health, but also a very innovative product. You're not wasting the banana fiber, the uh, trunk of the banana tree, and you're using it for a bigger cause. So you're also taking care of the environment in return. Okay. So, economic growth, yes, advancing women's initiative creates opportunities for economic development and community prosperity. We all know that there's only a certain percentage of men who are actually contributing to our economy. But just imagine if the women force also joins hand in hand with men and also adds up to the economy. So it is always an leverage and an added advantage. So the social and environmental responsibility in business. So I would say that right in the inception of any business, uh, these are the things that you should actually consider before start entering into the entrepreneurship. Why? Because if you are taking care of the environment as well as you're socially aware of your responsibilities, it not just gives a good impact on the society. You also create a perspective in the society where people see you in a respectable way. You get increasing brand equity. So this becomes very important, and increasing brand equity is just a byproduct. I mean, I wouldn't say that, just to gain the benefits from the society, you should look upon these aspects, but then it should be your prime responsibility in the first place to take care of the environment. So the business ethics, we must prioritize ethical behavior and sustainable practices for the well-being of the society and the environment. We all, if take a perspective of social responsibility and then start a business, in the long run, of course, you will become more sustainable, and your profits will automatically uh, magnetize more customers and clients, because people nowadays, thanks to the internet, we understand the importance of uh, environmental impact of all the industries, and we also know how bad the global warming is heading up to. So this has become a very important aspect, if that has to be or needs to be considered in a business model. So community engagement, participating in social initiatives and community projects creates a positive impact and strengthens relationship. The more you connect with people and understand the needs for each other, you also get ideas about how effectively you can uh, implement these three P's in your business strategy. So the third thing is environmental stewardship. Preserving natural resources and reducing carbon footprint are essential responsibilities for businesses. Like I said, we all know the climate change, the global warming, it directly impacts. So we have to be very mindful when creating our business strategy, and it should always revolve around these three P's. So what are the strategies for balancing the people, planet, and profit? So the first thing is there needs to be an equilibrium. Developing strategies that equally prioritize social, environmental, financial aspect ensures a harmonious balance, which means that whenever you take each step in your business, you have to ensure the decision that has been taken to develop this business is taking care of all the three aspects, and only then it becomes more sustainable. And it is about time to address social responsibility. Like I said, it's all over the internet. You can always access the parameters or the analysis on global warming and understand that uh, how strongly it is impacting us. So next is inclusivity. Embracing diversity and inclusivity in business practices fosters a holistic approach to decision making. In today's era, we see more progressive families who support. So since, this is an infusion of the women entrepreneurs as well as including those 3 Ps into the entrepreneurship, uh, it becomes more if more stronger we have more stronger reason to get these women into businesses, because women, we know, understand the importance of not just taking care of or running the household in an effective manner, but to also run a business in a uh, social as well as a responsible environmental business model. So creative solutions, innovative approaches drive positive outcomes, contributing to sustainable and profitable growth. So women also have been encouraged, especially in my community. If I tell you that there is a timely encouragement to these women in terms of uh, get their creative side to be displayed in the community, or we give chance to these women to portray that what are the products that they can create around these 3 Ps. So there are many handicrafts, or there are very talented artisans which are there in my community who are making these handmade items. And of course, they are not doing it on a larger scale, but then this is just the beginning. And once their businesses are uh, growing, and they will understand, due to the awareness of these 3 Ps, they'll understand that how important it is. If they grow in future, uh, they can always implement these strategies around their businesses at each step in their lives. So here's a small case study of successful women entrepreneur, which is my personal favorite, Falguni Nair. So one such billionaire entrepreneur is Falguni Nair. The 60-year-old billionaire is the founder and CEO of one of the biggest beauty and wellness brand in the world, which is Nykaa. If you look at her leadership qualities, Falguni Nair places a strong emphasis on cost control, mirroring the principles of a startup. In these formative years, every rupee counted, and she was meticulous in ensuring that the company operated efficiently. Furthermore, her ability to form brand partnership was instrumental. So we have seen that women are stepping forward and really taking businesses to a pinnacle of success. Next is the social impact. So by fostering an environment that encourages and supports women entrepreneurs, we can dismantle the shackles of societal norms and empower women to shape their destinies. Women-led enterprises bring forth unique perspectives and innovation solutions and drive positive social impact. So, of course, Falguni, she is one of the epitome of success that we have seen. A very good example to learn. Environmental initiatives, Nykaa has also collaborated with Shakti Plastic Industries to recycle waste. Now, most of Nykaa products, if you see, they are packed in plastic, glass, and metal, but customers can return empty jars to Nykaa warehouse for recycling. So it's such a great idea. I remember when, when we were young, there used to be these glass bottles of milk, and milk was always supplied in these glass bottles. There were never those plastic, the pouches. I don't know about yours, but then this is how it used to be in India. And we used to return those glass bottles to the milk suppliers, and in return we used to get a new supply of milk. So that used to be very, I mean, when I think about the the environmental responsibility, this comes in my mind. Why not implement those ideas which were really working in our past times? So the tools and resources for women entrepreneurs. So what can we do to create more awareness around these things? So one is mentorship program, accessing mentorship program opportunities and guidance for sustainable business practices and growth strategies. So, women entrepreneurs like me or my fellow women entrepreneurs, they can actually become a force and, kind of create a tribe to encourage and mentor the women entrepreneurs who need these kind of awareness and skills, which are so essential and so important for today's era. So the educational workshops should be given, gaining knowledge and skill development through workshop focused on social and environmental entrepreneurship. We can always, you know, impart our knowledge about how we learned about this and share our knowledge with our fellow entrepreneurs. Networking events. Although we are living in the world of internet and everything is online, we know that you can actually come live online, but then still, the personal face-to-face connect has its own importance and its own value. So it is very important for you to connect with other women and meet them face to face and share your expertise and create a network and a tribe that will drive and also share ideas with other entrepreneurs to uh, be more progressive in their entrepreneurship. So, what is the conclusion and call to action? So, of course, I feel that every person should join this movement. Uh, Explore new business avenues aligned with sustainability principles. In fact, I would like to also call out, the investors to invest more into the companies. And since, I am supporting women entrepreneurs, to invest more into such women entrepreneurs who are thinking from a dimension of three P's in their entrepreneurship. So it will really encourage women and get more, it will give more leverage to them, and more and more women will be involved in creating such initiatives in their businesses. So the impactful initiatives implement strategies that prioritize people, planet, and profit for long-term success. Like I said, this will always give a long-term success. There is since people start to realize that you are being socially responsible, it creates a sense of trust between the customers and the clients. So it again, it gives you the goodwill to be in the market. Collective influence, collaborate with other entrepreneurs to create a powerful impact on society and the environment. So try and connect with the other entrepreneurs, see and learn what exactly they are doing to kind of include all the three P's, and how try and study the process, where exactly you can use similar strategies to enhance your business or the entrepreneurship skills. So thank you. This was a short presentation from my end.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that one, Vidula. That was a great information you have shared in terms of creating business. That's very helpful to the community as well. So I can relate to the milk bottle that you mentioned, because here we have the gallons of water, like it's refillable. So the actual stores, they just take the empty gallon and then exchange for a new filled one. and they sealed it again, so just for the safety because it's
Right.
a drinkable water. But in this line of a business or entrepreneurship, of course, there are adversities. So, what has been the most challenging aspect uh, for your when you started your business, and how were you able to deal with it?
Okay, now when I started in 2015, and my kids were quite young at that time, and the reason why I created this community was uh, I knew that I couldn't move out of the house, and I couldn't work at that time because there was no compulsion. But then I wanted to be around my kids. That was very important for me, and even till date, I mean, I feel that if I can do uh, anything which will, where I can manage it online, so why not? So that's where the idea generated, and uh, that's when I created community of women like me who would be interested to do something from home. So that was the biggest challenge to manage kids as well as think about starting something new at that time. And I think that time teaches you, and gradually with time you learn how to manage sort of all the things. And I think even our children, uh, they are like our teachers. I mean, they teach us how to manage everything by force. I mean, you are a mother is not never ready to be a mother. She always learns with the process. So these were the challenges, yes. But then later on, when even my children, they observed me doing something with a bigger cause and helping other women. So at this point of time, I'm very happy that they understand the value of supporting other women and creating a tribe, and even they come up with some ideas which are magnificent. And I would I do sometimes implement in my business model.
That's fantastic. So not just impacting the outside world, but you're also sharing or like letting your the growing uh
Abs-
people to see what you are doing. Well, thank you so much for that one. So such a great value. So sorry. For those who are watching live right now, if you have any questions, please put it on the chat. But if you missed this webinar session, you can watch the recorded one later on or any other day. Just visit the Let Us Talk It page, and definitely you can get this wonderful information. That's just the first part of our topic today. And then by the end of this session, we'll have our guest speaker share their informations so you can collaborate with them if you wish to. So it's for the greater cause, definitely. So thank you so much. Any other additional inputs, Vidula? Anything coming up in the future? Are you writing book or you have training sessions online?
it's writing book is on the line, and I am coming up with a new community yet again, which is especially for the women artisans of India. Is I mean, I'm trying to make it global. As soon as I get good Indian crowd, I would also expand it. So uh, I'm very excited and thrilled to uh, begin that new community and sort of join forces along with the artisans who are actually struggling. They operate from the remote places where there is hardly any accessibility to use the resources. So this is going to be really big for me, and I'm very excited to work towards it.
All right. That's wonderful. So, yeah, thank you so much for that. And for those who wanted to get in touch with Vidula, just search her name exactly on LinkedIn, and she's very responsive. So you can definitely get in touch with her. So connect and then yeah, collaborate. All right. Thank you so much, Vidula, for that wonderful topic you have given. So we'll be moving on at the second topic for today. All right. So the next topic that we have is resilience, what it takes to cross over hard times. And this is about instant gratification in today's era and opportunities. So, like, it's easy to switch over and pivot. Imagine, like, we have to, uh, so imagine what it will take to stick around and what is the cost of staying and holding on, and also knowing what is resilience and why it is important. And to give us this topic is we have the founder and director of Think Hall Training and Consultancy, an award-winning startup declared top five for diversity in 2019, successive years, 2020 and 2021, and the company in focus 2021 by Business Connect. And also founded a not-for-profit organization which helps women entrepreneurs to promote and scale up themselves. Women Entrepreneurs for Transformation, or WEFT. And also, our speaker has been awarded for this as Social Leader of the Year in 2019 by Indian Business Women Awards and Conference Body, and uh, facilitated in Mumbai to Bangalore as Leader with a Purpose in Future Women Leadership and Summit. And also, she is a creator of Red Dot Initiative. During pandemic, have rescued more than 185 lives from domestic violence. And our speaker's journey has been written about in various magazines and covered by various forums. So it hasn't reached me. I'm in the Philippines, but hoping to see a little of those. So let me introduce to you E.T. Rawat for our next topic.
Thank you so much, Phil. And Vidula, I must congratulate you. Wonderful the discussion over there. And the way you spoke about building community, I've been trying to build community, and it's been a massive, massive work. We should connect sometime for sure for talking and sharing notes on that and discuss this further. So without much ado, let me just jump onto the topic. Why I took resilience as a topic, and why we are talking about this is because resilience is very close to my heart, and very clearly that it came out as a key quality that why I was able to manage two companies and help thousands of women entrepreneurs to manage their livelihoods as well. I come from a very small town called Patna in this country, India. And there we have small dreams, right? You want to achieve something. And for us, those small dreams were usually get a job, and that's about it. That's your life. That's how you set your life. But I think there was much more beyond that to me. Although I worked in corporate for more than around 10 years, I started my company. And when I started my company, there were very, very few entrepreneurs. This I'm talking almost 10 years back. Especially women entrepreneurs were basically very, very few. And especially those who want to grow, who want to become big, etc. There were very few of them that were existing at that point of time. And I found a lot of challenges in getting the right support, getting the right networking opportunity, getting the right community that Vidula was also talking about to build up and start that support to build myself up further. From there onwards, this WEFT came into being, which is my NGO that I was running. And we said that why don't we all entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, we network together and we start our own community. And today, WEFT Foundation is more than 5,000 plus women entrepreneurs in India, which is big and huge. And we are doing massive stuff. Which includes Red Dot Initiative that Phil was talking about, which includes Project Samantha, where we are turning now more women into entrepreneurs, and many other such social work that we are doing. So it's basically giving back to the society as well while you are building and living in one. That's what basically we do. Now, coming back to what is resilience? That's extremely important for me to help you understand, right? Is it enduring hardships? It is staying strong, braving the odds. And what if I tell you that resilience is much more beyond this when we talk about resilience, right? You would have faced hardships in life. All of us have, right? And right now, I think almost all the listeners right now are thinking about, have they faced more harder life than me? How were they able to manage that, etc., etc., and many other things and thoughts that comes to your mind when it comes to resilience. But challenges, they come in different packages for different people. Maybe for a very small toddler, if you see, walking down the stairs is also a big challenge. And for someone who's in corporate job, leaving that job and starting a new business is a big challenge for that person. Somebody who's in a business already, for them, maintaining a cash flow and having that flow coming in every month on month is a big challenge. And maybe when these two guys will grow up, then again, walking down the stairs would be a big challenge for them again, right? And you know what? The difference between that toddler and that old man that we are talking about is that the chances of success of toddler walking down that stairs, it is much higher than the old man. The old man would just give up, versus a toddler would train himself again and again to walk down that stairs and learn it finally. And he will become smarter at it. He will become probably expert at it till the time we lose it completely. And we start talking about, oh my God, stairs. I can't have it. Is there a lift around? These are the challenges that we face when it comes to real hardships that we see in our life. In the other words, what I'm trying to say is that we are actually born resilient. But what happens after we are born is that our life gets overshadowed by experiences, by personal behaviors, by our own attitude towards life. And then what we should do to stay consistent is becoming the big question here, right? Before we dwell into that, let us first understand why we should stay consistent. And that is also one of my key topics that I need to talk about, right? So Marie Forleo once said that success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, but it comes from what you are doing consistently. The loss of the effort, time, money, energy that you have invested from your side upon doing something and suddenly you stop, who is going to make up for all those losses that you have not stayed consistent for? And starting something new, imagine, will take as much time, effort, money, energy, etc. from you. Let me just rewind you back and bring you back to, suppose if you haven't left everything that you have been doing and you are consistent about and you're resilient about the project that you are on. I know you would have made mistakes, but aren't those mistakes your learning steps? Haven't you gained more experience now? Haven't you are more enriched with what you are supposed to do going forward? So the cost that you are paying for not staying consistent is far more greater than staying resilient with your work. That is what I can explain you in very, very simple terms. And I'm a corporate trainer and I have to share this with you. During one of our goal training sessions, we were doing goal settings with one of the learners. And we realized that the biggest challenge that these people faced was setting their goals was very easy, but staying consistent on that goal, uh, doing the activities which explain that goal again and again was the biggest challenge that was coming out. And when we dug deeper, we realized that they were too focused on the outcome of their plan, the outcome of that goal that they are supposed to come up with. Let me just explain you with an example. Say, for example, somebody's goal is to reach X revenue in the next year. And either that revenue X becomes very unrealistic or it is very hard to achieve or due to short-sightedness of these goals. You don't plan the potential of your company. Maybe your company doesn't have that kind of potential to reach to a certain sales figure. Sales consist of product quality, service provided, outreach, and many other factors to reach to a certain revenue. And if we are only focused on doing business development and not focused upon improving the quality of our product, customer service, and so many other factors that are attached to achieving of this goal. So focusing on the outcomes, not only, it is not going to make you reach that goal, right? You have to plan and do other aspects as well. Imagine you are going for a war and You put your armor on, you feed and you train your horses, you skill yourself for the warfare, then you strategize and then you go. Without doing any of these, can you just go out and start the war? No, you will not win it, right? So that's what it takes to be consistent. There are multiple factors attached to it. And at times, I've also seen that there are a lot of people try to believe that consistency is related to intensity. If I need to achieve a fit body and I start going to gym and I would start lifting bench press, those weights, etc., straight away from 100 kgs or 45 kgs or so on, am I going to survive? Probably lifting the weights from 5 kg onwards would get me started and build my stamina slowly and give me that strength so that one day I will start lifting that 45 kgs and 100 kgs weight, right? If I do rigorous exercises from day one onwards, the intensity is going to burn me out. It is going to kill me. And I'm going to tell myself that, hey, I'm not meant for gym. I can't go to gym. I will never get fit body in my life. And that is what happens, my dear, when you do not plan your consistency well. So goals are just the directions of what we are aiming at. It is your resilience which is taking us to these goals and probably beyond it also. So my first value to achieve resilience that I am planning for is, first of all, remembering my why. I always remember my why. What am I aiming for? Why I am aiming for, why I want to get fitter, why I want to drive a certain car, why I want to achieve certain sales figure. And if it is not deeply impacting my professional or my personal life, then I will not be able to stay consistent. If your reasons of this why is on a surface level, you will lose interest very clearly. And that is where people fail. People leave the things and they are not resilient about their thing. The grit do not stand in place. I run an NGO and my goal is to do charity because I want to win an award. It is a very, very surface level interest. I will never be bothered after winning the award to go back and do any kind of charity. Versus if my interest is that I want to, this is my value, this is why I am living for, this is my passion, and I want to keep on fighting for it, I will never give up. I will never give up working on that NGO, and I will continue doing the work on a regular basis, no matter how many failures, how many hardships I'm facing. And that is the difference that comes in when a person is resilient and the one person is consistent, one person continues doing the job one after the other, failing and then again getting back, again failing, again getting back, learning and making sure that he reaches the success. Although, lot has been said about what you want to do about it, but I would like to conclude this whole talk and discussion and presentation by talking about also that what a resilient person needs. And a resilient person, first of all, very, very clearly needs a very, very strong mental head. If this is not strong, your resilience will not come out, because hardships can change values, can change your outlook, can change you as a person, and also can break you down. This mental health that will help you sail through, and it will help you stay stronger and continue doing what you have been doing. So if you want to build that strong mental health and you want to stay resilient to your work, and you want to ensure that you do not always slip out, you do not always miss out on what things are happening, a few things that you can do is, first of all, have a very strong supportive community around it. And when I'm saying community, it is not always the people outside your circle. It could be people within your family, within your circle itself, right? It is important to keep the critics very close by, but it is equally important to keep your supportive community beside you. Because somebody who appreciates you motivates you to grow more. And that helps you stay consistent and stay resilient. Learning from the past, extremely important. If you have not been learning from the past and you're making the same mistakes again and again, that is not going to fix your problems and you will not be able to move ahead for sure. And that is where people come and say, I have not been resilient and uh, I have not been able to manage this in a proper way. What you need to do is start learning, start planning, replanning, and again recreating your goals, how to take things ahead, how to move ahead. That what makes you again stronger, very clearly. We also need to take the right actions. Now, actions are extremely important because I have seen many people and many of the goals which stay in the to do list, which stay in their diaries and never make it out in the real life and get executed. So ensure that whatever you're planning, whatever goal setting that you are doing, you need to do that right now and execute it. My mantra towards it is typically that first I list down all my goals, that what I want to become probably 10 years, 15 years from now onwards, what I want to be doing. And in that, I reason out the reasons of all my whys, where I see that, yes, there is a strong positive reason. And this is something that stimulates me. This is something that I will be living my life for. Those reasons, I first separate it out and write it in a blank sheet. Then out of those goals that I have defined, I would again take out another blank sheet and write down how I would achieve these goals. Are these goals really achievable for me, or is it some my fantasy land and it is just a creation out of my imagination that I'm thinking about? Are they even achievable? That's extremely important question to ask yourself. And I do that. Once that has been done, that is where the plan to achieve is formed. And whenever I write down my action plans to achieve a goal, I always also include a lot of inconsistencies to it. What if something goes wrong? What if things do not go the way it is supposed to be? Do I have a plan B? Plan B is also extremely important. Trust me on this. And whenever I plan, I execute, I will not only depend upon just my goals, and I will not be just looking at, okay, this is the sacrosanct strategy and I'm going to live by it. It doesn't work that way. Your plan B is your supportive plan. That is what you jump on whenever you see an inconsistency happening. Like pandemic came like an inconsistency. All the companies that were agile immediately moved and they were able to sustain themselves. All those companies who were not agile, they died. That itself is a proper indication that why and how important your plan B is to sustain. Last but not the least, take time out for yourself. Now, you would ask me that what has taking time out for yourself to do with resilience, right? But here we are talking about your mental health. And if you're not mentally strong, you will not be able to stay resilient for things that you are planning to do. Actually, we have often seen that people get very intense and rigorous about what they want to achieve, the task that has been planned for them. And we forget at times that as humans, we need our rest time too. As humans, we need to take out time, spend that time with our loved ones. In fact, a few people who do that on a regular basis, I have seen that they work much better with much higher productivity than those people who are not able to give their regular time to themselves and to their families. So taking out time for yourself is extremely important to stay resilient, because your life, once it becomes monotonous, then it stays monotonous and you will burn out someday. And your burnout is caused by your own inhibitions, your own cage that you have built around yourself. You need to come out of it to stay resilient. Have an open mindset. believe in yourself, that is what will make you much more resilient than what a person without any time for themselves would be. So do believe that, not for resilience. I mean, I have run my company almost for 10 years, and I say this again and again that if not for resilience, my company would have probably shut down some 20 times. And we use grit to ensure that we innovate, we execute, we continue to create new leaders around ourselves. And resilience make us keep going on a regular basis. Resilience is the factor which helps us grow, helps us move ahead, and stay consistent with our successes, and we continue achieving this. So I would just conclude this conversation by saying that we understand that you work a lot. We understand we make a lot of plans, goals, achievements. Everything is in place, but that one single spot of resilience, if that is not added to your success, you will see a failure some or the other time. And this, I think, that you have seen in multiple places happening. I will rest my case here. I know that you would be thinking about now how to become resilient, and I hope that my speech and the whatever I have spoken about, that made sense, and you understand now the power of resilience. And let's take it up from there. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that's how experience when it talks, definitely. So everything that comes, the word that comes out is really from pure experience. So for those who are not taking time offs, that's not resilience. So you need to take time offs. You need to take a break. And so, hearing from those topic, everything that you share, are there any particular book, article, or references you can recommend to our audience, or for those who can watch this recorded session later on for further learning?
Yeah, so I do have a lot of YouTube videos on different topics, not just resilience. I have a podcast channel called as Us Me, where you can hear a lot of untold stories of women, and we do talk about how to build a good, women era, women entrepreneurs. So we talk about financial independence. We talk about how to save yourself from women rights. What are the different type of things that people can do? Homemakers' rights in India. Multiple other topics are there. So if you get a chance and opportunity, please do dial into our podcast and listen to more about that.
All right, that's wonderful. So thank you so much for sharing that one. Okay, and you can for those who would be asking the contact information, you can search PT Rawat on LinkedIn, and she's very responsive as well. So you can definitely connect and collaborate. So I guess that concludes our topics for today, which is a very full pack. So I wasn't expecting that both are uh, creating communities for women entrepreneurs. So, but definitely it's a good thing that we have made you connected right now. So definitely maybe more works will happen for all the women around the globe. So expect great things. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned in our YouTube videos as well. We do this every Wednesday. So if you have the chance to join on Zoom to interact with our speakers, that would be great. But still, watching the recorded sessions will give you great learnings. All right. So I guess we can conclude today's webinar session. Ladies, we thank you so much from Let Us Talk It team. So aside from the information you have shared your valuable experience and your time as well as your energy. So I know it's late in the evening there, and in my end, it's already morning, past midnight. So definitely, it was a great session and very good informations being shared. So again, thank you so much. And again, we are inviting you. And by the way, ladies, we actually have a group for women speakers or also webinar speakers that we have invited. If you wish to join, I can place you in that group with your discretion, so you can collaborate with other guests as well, and other I mean, entrepreneurs as well. So
Yeah. Love to
yeah,
do that, Phil. Thank you so much. That would be an honor to be part of such a group.
yeah, I sent invites. So actually earlier for the women's, the ones that we had for the Women's Day celebration, because we did had uh as a webinar session for that. But yeah, they, I guess they might be busy. But once I add you to the group, it would be a good addition or collaboration. All right. So
Surely.
thank you, Vidula. Thank you, Iti. Thank you so much, everyone who have watched
Phil, it
live.
was a
And
wonderful experience. Thank you so much for this great opportunity to come and talk here. I had a very good time. I hope you enjoyed too.
yes, definitely. So
Yes, yes.
because
I
you can, yes.
insights from, so that was really great. I loved our discussion.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you,
it was
Vidula.
a great session because with the information you have searched, if you put it on Google, it will just say plain words. But
Right.
listening to these sessions, you will hear the heart of the speakers sharing those informations. All right. So again, all the best, everyone. This concludes for today's webinar session, and wait until next Wednesday as we bring you another session of two new topics and two new guest speakers. So keep safe, everyone, as always, and goodbye for now.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.